This is Math 111, Modern Elementary Mathematics 1, Fall 2020. I want to welcome you to the class. I hope that you will learn a lot during this semester, and I hope that you will find the class enjoyable as you go through it. There are two documents that you will need. The first one is the syllabus. The syllabus is found in Canvas in a module. Please read it carefully. It contains information that is important to you for the course. The homework assignments will be described briefly in the syllabus. Also, you will find information on the grading in the course and deadlines and things of that nature. So please read the syllabus carefully. In terms of homework, most homework assignments will be in two parts. One part will be found on the Pearson website, and it will require that you have an account. When you purchased your book, you also purchased the access to this website. So make sure that you log in and get set up with that, because you will be having homework from the site most every night. The second highlight that I want to mention right now is that there is an arithmetic test, and you must pass this test in order to receive credit for the course. On the first day that you are in class, you will take the test. It is a 30-minute multiple choice test, and there is some review material in Canvas. And I would encourage you to look at that review material before you attempt the test. You may attempt the test 3 times. So I encourage you to do your best, study before you take it, and let's try to knock that out on the first attempt. The second important document that you'll find in Canvas is the lecture manual. And the lecture manual is a day-by-day guide for the course. And you need to print this lecture manual and use that to keep up with your assignments and your readings. In the lecture manual, you will find vocabulary words that you will need to be familiar with, and the words are listed there. You can go to the textbook and find the definitions. Also, you will see the homework assignments outlined there and due dates. The lecture manual also contains the reading assignments, and you will have some writing assignments, and those assignments are contained there as well as their due dates. Also, in the back of the lecture manual, you have some special handouts that we'll be using in class from time to time. So this lecture manual is important. So make sure you print it and keep up with things there. We want to begin our course with a little problem-solving activity. And this deals with a cryptorhythm. So what is a cryptorhythm? A cryptorhythm is a number puzzle in which the digits have been replaced by letters. And typically, there's more than one correct solution for these puzzles. So how do I solve a cryptorhythm? There are various ways to solve cryptorhythms. Typically, guess and check is a manner that is used. It helps also if you know some basic facts about how numbers work. So with your, typically you're working with addition, so how do your integers work when you're adding? So when do you have to carry? Or think about adding 0. Okay, that's your additive identity. So little things like this may give you clues to how to solve the cryptorhythm. So in a cryptorhythm, each letter stands for a digit. All letters of the same type represent the same digit. So for instance, if you have the letter G appearing in 2 or more places, that letter G stands for the same digit. And no digit is represented by more than one letter. Okay, so it's almost like working in a code and you're trying to break the code. Here's an example of a cryptorhythm. Big plus bug equals ouch. All right, so notice what you've got here. You've got 2 3-digit numbers adding, and the result is a 4-digit number. Notice also that you've got 2 B's there. You've got G occurring twice, and then you also have U occurring twice. So just remember that the 2 B's will be the same digit. Each of the G's will be the same digit, and also with the U, it'll have to be the same digit. All right, so let's just look at these 2 solutions that have been provided here and notice how they fit the pattern. In the first one, we have 634 plus 624 equals 1,258. I don't have the letters and numbers matched up here, but the B is represented with 6 and the G is represented with 4. Notice how those are. And then the U is represented with 2. You see that repeated. All right, and so your number problem has to make sense. So when you add 634 and 624, you do get 1,258. Okay, so notice how all of the letters are being replaced by digits, unique digits. The second possible solution is 832 plus 872 equals 1,704. All right, and again, notice the same types of things. Right, each B is replaced with 8. Each G is replaced with 2. The U's are 7s. Okay, now there are 2 differences in the solutions. I just want to call your mind to some things here. In the first one, 634 plus 624, there's only one instance where we are carrying, and it's really in the hundreds place. So, and it creates the 1,000 there. So 600 plus 600 is 1,200. In the second example, we've got an instance where we're having to carry in the middle of the problem. So 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 7 is 10, right? And so then the 1 is carried, and we have 1 plus 8 is 17. So these kinds of things help you in solving cryptorhythms. This cryptorhythm is your homework assignment for this first day. So it reads like this: send plus more equals money. What I want to see from you on this problem is all of your attempts. So don't erase and start over. When you realize that what you have there is not incorrect, just leave it and start again so that you can keep up with what you've done. And I also want to see what all you've done. It doesn't matter if you have to attempt this many times. I want to see all of your attempts. You will learn something as you go through various attempts. So again, please leave all of your attempts, do not erase, and turn those in. Yes, I want to see your mistakes as well. All right, and try to do this on your own. Don't go to the web and try to find an answer. Good luck with this.